So thinking about getting a tattoo? You don't know what to expect, right? Well, you clicked on the right video. Hi, I'm Al Morris, and today I'm going to show you a few tricks and tips you need to know when getting your first tattoo. So stay tuned. So before you decide to get a tattoo, really think about that, because a tattoo lasts forever, obviously, and it's gonna cost a lot more money and it'll be a lot more painful trying to get it removed. You have to pick a good place. Don't pick any old place around the corner. You want to choose a place that has great reviews. Also, when you're really thinking about getting a tattoo, you have to think about where you want to place it, how big you want the tattoo to be. If it's a small tattoo, if it's a large tattoo, if it's a full arm, half a sleeve, back, chest. Now, there's certain areas of the body that's very sensitive. So that's what you have to think about when deciding to get a tattoo. It's not just a quick thing. Just do your research. That's a very, very important thing before getting a tattoo. If you're getting a great tattoo and you get a big tattoo and the parlor is a high rated parlor, then tattoos aren't that cheap, guys. It costs money to get a tattoo. Any good tattoo artist is not gonna be cheap, so make sure you have money in the bank. Now, obviously, if you're getting a small tattoo, it's not gonna be as expensive. It might be anywhere from $50 to $100, but for a longer sitting, it's gonna cost over $100. Now, you're not gonna be sitting there for more than 3 hours when you're getting your first tattoo. So the most is gonna be 2 hours. When you're trying to book this appointment, I recommend you trying to book one in the morning. I feel like that's the best time to get your first tattoo. If you get it later on at night, it's gonna be a little harder to sleep. You're gonna feel the pain. If you get in the morning, you have a couple of hours to actually have your body adjust to the pain. So I would try to choose something early in the morning. You could try 10, 11, or at noon when trying to book your first tattoo. Also, the night before, try to get at least 8 hours of sleep. Don't go out partying the night before you're getting your first tattoo. You have to get 8 hours of sleep. You're gonna need it, especially if you have an appointment in the morning. The day before, do not drink any sort of alcohol, guys. A lot of people drink alcohol thinking that'll make things better for the next day. You go and having a hangover. Don't do that. Drinking alcohol is gonna thin the blood, which is gonna cause you to bleed more. You don't want that, trust me, when you're getting your tattoo. So do not drink alcohol. Make sure you put something in your stomach, so I highly recommend you eat breakfast or just something to eat a couple of hours, an hour or two before you get your tattoo. I have the bacon going on the stove. I'm gonna have some egg whites, some turkey bacon, and then, yeah, get ready for this tattoo. And this part is so important, a lot of people forget. I made sure for each sitting that I had a good assortment of snacks right next to me and a good amount of water, because I was drinking water. You're gonna be sweating, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna need that sugar rush, you're gonna need to elevate your heart, you're gonna need all that. Your body's gonna be rejecting the ink. You're gonna need to really have a good amount of snacks with you on hand while you're doing your sitting. So make sure you have something sweet. You can have fruit, you can have protein bars, you can have gummy bears, anything sweet. Now, a good tattoo artist is gonna make sure everything is fine before they start. So before they start, you're gonna be feeling anxious, your heart is gonna be racing, you're gonna be nervous, you're gonna be scared. All these emotions are gonna start occurring. Just make sure that you keep calm. It's gonna be hard, obviously, especially when it's your first tattoo, but you know, the pain is not gonna last. Once everything is done and once your body get used to it, you're gonna be fine. It's just, you know, your mind, your body is thinking about the pain before they even start, the tattoo artist. So that's normal. Just keep breathing and try not to think about it. And then the tattoo artist is gonna start. And once it starts and you feel that pain, you're just gonna feel it about 5 minutes and then you'll be fine. And then your body will get accustomed to it. Especially you have your snacks there, you're drinking water. Just keep breathing, don't hold your breath or anything when the tattoo artists begin. You can also bring headphones, you can listen to music, your tattoo artist is gonna talk to you. You know, just keep your mind away from the pain. Any good tattoo artist is gonna do that. Now once that's complete, your tattoo artist is gonna put a bandage over your tattoo so it doesn't get infected and just to keep everything together. And then once you're done, you're gonna have a sign of relief. You got your first sitting done and you're gonna think it's not that bad. Now any good tattoo artist is gonna give you a list of things that you need to do just to keep treatment on your tattoo, because once you get your tattoo, that's not it. You have to take care of your tattoo. You have here, you just leave your tattoo bandage for at least 3 hours. When you take the bandage off, wash the tattoo with mild soap and water, rinse, pat dry, then you apply a thin coat of ointment. Now they're gonna recommend A&D or Aquaphor, something like that, just to make sure that your tattoo doesn't get affected and that you're healing it. When you apply the coat or ointment, less is more, rub in very well so that the skin is just slightly tacky. Do not overdo the ointment on your tattoo. Apply the ointment 3 times a day for 3 days. Washing the area before applying each time. That's very important, guys. You got to wash your tattoo before you put the ointment on. On the 4th day, you can stop using the ointment and switch to lotion. Use Lubriderm, cocoa butter, or any non-scented lotion. Now it says continue using the lotion at least until the skin has gone through the peeling and flaking phase. And that usually lasts 2 weeks. It will be dry and itchy, but do not scratch your tattoo. Guys, your tattoo is gonna be scratching. It's gonna be itchy. Especially at night, like when you're sleeping, sometimes you don't think about it and you just want to itch it, but you have to keep that in mind. Do not scratch your tattoo. It says your tattoo will probably scab a bit in places. Do not pick at it at all. You run the risk of losing your color if you do this. And it says do not soak the tattoo for at least 2 to 3 weeks. While it's healing, showering is okay and recommended. Yes, guys, you can take a shower. You just can't take a bath or go swimming, anything like that for 2 to 3 weeks. Another thing people always want to know is, can you work out, or how long you should work out right after getting your first tattoo? Well, for each sitting, I would wait about 24 hours until you work out, depending on your pain tolerance. For me, I got my tattoo done on Saturday, so I didn't work out on Sunday, but I worked out on Monday. So here's a question that everybody wants to know when getting their first tattoo. Does getting a tattoo hurt? And the answer is yes. Getting a tattoo is definitely gonna hurt. So the first session, you're gonna be doing the outline, the lining of the tattoo. When they draw it out and then they place it on the body part, you're gonna have it, and then they're gonna do the outline. But what does it feel like? Just imagine getting a scratch from like a cat or something for hours, just scratching your skin. When you go into the second session, and depending on how tolerable your pain was, then they're gonna do some shading. And the shading doesn't hurt as much for me when I was getting it done as a lining. And the shading feels more like a rubber eraser on your skin, just like up and down your skin. Something like that is what the shading feels like. Now, why did I choose Lucky Soul Tattoo? Well, it's actually voted #1 in the whole state of Connecticut 4 years straight. So that's what you want to look for, things like that when choosing a good tattoo parlor. When you're choosing a tattoo artist, when you sit down and make a decision, you're gonna have books on the table. You go through the books to make sure you pick the right artist. I chose, I think, the perfect artist for me. Her name is Beth, and she was amazing. Big shout out to Beth. Thank you. I don't think I would have got through this tattoo if it wasn't for her. If it was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. Please comment in the comment section below and let me know if it's helped you, or if I missed anything, or how the experience was for you when getting your first tattoo. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.